Is there a split mind in each and every one of us? Do we have two minds, two personalities? I believe so. I believe that we have two minds and two personalities. Personality is what I'm trying to say. One personality has to do with our ego. The other personality has to do with our spirit being. We are spirits. Every human person that's on the planet, every soul living that walks on two legs, that's a human person I'm talking about. They have with them the Spirit of God as well as their own personality. Now, in the beginning, God created man in his own image and his likeness. And one of the qualities that man has that is like God's, he has the quality and the ability to choose. He's have the ability to determine which direction he wants to go. He has the ability to determine what he will allow in his life and what he will not allow into his life. Plants, on the other hand, and other creations don't have that ability. A rock will always be a rock. A plant will always be a plant. A tree will always be a tree. You set a tree in a particular space, all things being equal, it germinates, it grows, it bears fruit as if it's a fruit-bearing tree. That tree never has a choice to move. Now, man can move that tree, but that tree by itself cannot move. It has no ability to change the fruit that it bears. It does not even have the ability to change the season in which it bears that fruit. It is obedient to its creation. It knows its purpose, and it was created with an intelligence greater than itself. Man is created also with an intelligence greater than himself, but he has the choice whether to communicate with that intelligence or to be his own self-governing being. Either you can depend on the intelligence that created you, or you can be your own governing being. That's your choice. So if you choose to use or have the mind of Christ operative in you, it's not a difficult choice. All it takes for you to do is to think or verbalize, it is my will that the mind of Christ operates in me. It is my will that I hear the voice of God, and his voice only will I listen to. That totally negates the voice of the ego. It totally puts you in a position to hear only God's voice and to obey God's voice and leading. What does that do for you? It reminds you, and to remember anything is to remember what has already been known, what you already know. That's what remembering is. You knew it, you may have forgot it, now you're being reminded of what you already knew. So the Spirit of God is to remind you of the things that you already know, to remind you who God has created you to be. And as long as you know who God has created you to be, then you know your purpose and the path that you should be here on in time. That path and that purpose will bring you prosperity. Now here's the magic. No matter what you do, good or bad, you will prosper. No matter what you are, rich or poor, you will prosper. You will prosper in wealth, or you will prosper and multiply in poverty. If you're feeling good, you're going to prosper in good feelings. If you're feeling bad, you're going to prosper in bad feelings. If you're feeling sick, you will prosper and multiply illness. If you're well, you will prosper and multiply wellness. As long as your mind is set on any one of these conditions, it's what you talk about, it's what you think about. What you talk about and what you think about, you multiply. The power of multiplication is in your mind. It is not in the power of anyone else. It's in your mind. Now, if you give your authority to someone else, then they can control you. But at any time, you can take that power back. And with your own mind, your own will, your own words, you can reverse your prosperity. You can reverse your course in life. Let me tell you something. You need to hear this. If you want to get better, listen to these words and apply these words to your life. Apply these words and this thought to your life. Whatever I say, whatever I think is like plastic, becomes a mold in my mind. And whatever I think, whatever I say, whatever I believe, it will manifest in my life. but I need to be consistent with thought and with purpose. Whatever I'm consistent with will manifest in my life, guaranteed. Even if you worried about something, what you worry about continually will manifest in your life. If you praise something, if you call something, you are attracted to that which is on your mind, even with people, even with careers, even with homes that you live in, even with merchandise that's in your home. It was all in the spirit. It was all something you thought about. It was all something you determined to have. And whatever you determined to have, in time, with patience, you have it. So you need to be steadfast and unmovable. You are director of your life. You are the director and the captain of the ship that you on. You are not left to happenstance. Hear me clearly. You want to change. I'm here to help you change. I'm here to let you know and to remind you that the power of your life is within your thought and within your word. There's a power that's in you that comes from God. There's only one power, not two powers, only one power, only one mind. But you choose in which direction that mind and that power will flow. Whatever direction you choose, that's the way it will flow. Life will flow based on you correcting it, objecting to it, or going along with it. If you're in a circumstance and you do not agree with it, you can change it. Don't let anyone tell you you cannot change it. You can change it. You can think on something else. Think on something noble. Think on something pure. Put yourself in those thoughts. Put yourself in a place of honor. Put yourself in a place of nobility. Put yourself in a place of prosperity. Think on those things. Then speak what you see about yourself. Use your divine identity. Your divine identity starts with I am. I am prosperous. I am well. And the word that you use with you use I am, and then the next word is well, then that word will go out and it will not return to you void. It will accomplish that which you sent it to accomplish. It will bring you back what you sent it out to bring you. I am wealthy. So now that you said that you are wealthy and you will not change that, your pocketbook, your bank account, your credit score, none of that changes your opinion about who you are. You see yourself wealthy. You see yourself financially independent. You say, I am wealthy. You won't let nobody talk you out of it. You won't talk yourself out of it, and you will never doubt it. And it will manifest in your life. Now that you've said and done the right thing, use your patience and wait and rest steadfastly in what you said, and it will be accomplished in your life. Many of you are facing illness. Many of you are sick. You have nothing to lose. Keep taking your medicine. I ain't telling you not to take your medicine, but what I'm telling you to do is to say out loud, say, I am not subject to this. I am an infinite being. I'm only subject to that which I hold in my mind. And in my mind, I am holding wellness. I'm holding healing. I'm holding deliverance from this malady in my mind. I'm only subject to that which is in my mind. And I'm holding that word, that thought in my mind. And my mind is greater than the matter. My mind is the cause of the effect that's happening in my life. All the effectualness that happens in my life is based on my thought life. I think and I say. As I think, I speak. As I speak, I have what I say. I want you to hear me. As you speak, you will have what you say. I want to say it again. As you speak, you will have what you say. Start today. What is there for you to lose? Nothing. But it's the world for you to gain. I said it is the world for you to gain. Well, this is Dr. Will Wheat, and I believe that we have given you some words of encouragement, and I want to remind you. You already know this, but I'm going to remind you anyway. God has plans for your life. None of those plans include defeat.